All right. We back.
We are back.
Back Porch Sports Podcast TV. With your boy Fonz
and Quan.
Hey, we gonna jump right into this, man. Julio Jones.
Yeah, he's about to get traded. Hopefully.
He said he out of here like last year. My Ravens were in the mix allegedly.
Yeah.
But I heard today that we're not in the mix for him no more. But I'm hearing the Seahawks.
Yeah, man, that'll be definitely dangerous. DK Metcalf and Julio Jones, along with the mobile quarterback. Hey, that is something teams do not want to see.
I don't even want to think about it, let alone see it.
I don't think nobody wants to see that.
Right.
That is definitely dangerous. Now I don't know whether teams are willing to give up that first round pick.
Right.
I know Seahawks is a team that really doesn't have too many picks to give, and I feel like that would kind of set them back. It would definitely make them a competitor for this year, but in the near future, I don't. That might set them back a few years.
They were a playoff team last year, even though they got trounced in the first round, by the Rams. But they were a playoff team. So it's like, I think they'll be a playoff team. I'm jumping ahead of myself because I ain't got to them yet. But, the price is heavy for Julio Jones, man.
Yeah. So you got to give away a first round pick, and you got to pay him like $16 million.
I'm almost a little bit over 15, about 15.3, 15.4.
He's definitely, he's a gift. He's a beast, whatever. But
luxury.
Like I said, I don't see too many teams being willing to give away that type of cargo, as I say.
Cargo.
For Julio Jones. So, we shall see, man. We shall see.
All right. So, last week we talked about predictions. We've been doing that for the past couple of weeks. Yep. So, today we are on the AFC East.
All right.
Now, Quan, you kind of got me with the presentation. I'm usually on point with like the presentations and stuff like that, but you did good. So I'm gonna get. I'm proud,
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give you ball first, man. Go ahead and handle your business.
All right. So I'm gonna jump right into it. So talking about the AFC East. So I think it's going to go a little something like this. So we're going to talk about the Bills for a minute. So this is their schedule. 18 weeks, but you get recorded for 17 games. So I got them going 4-0 because I believe those first 4 games is definitely winnable. I'm still a fan, but I can admit that we're going to lose that game just because, for one, we are trying to find our identity. So I look forward for us to be trying to run the ball a lot. Plus, not to mention, we are under a new offensive coordinator. Right. So we have to learn one another. Plus, we have lost pieces on the offensive line. So it's a lot to see for Pittsburgh. We're not going to talk about that right now. But I got them going 4-0 for the first 4 weeks. Losing against the Chiefs because the Chiefs is just going to, go toe-to-toe with them. That might be like a 36-33 type of game.
Right.
Chiefs come out on top by a field goal. Tennessee is still one-dimensional for me until they prove otherwise, until they prove they can run and pass the ball. Dolphins, Jags, Jets are going another 3-win win streak for the 8 through 10. They lose against the Colts just because I can't have them beating everybody. And I feel like their offensive line in Indianapolis is manageable enough to withhold their defense. And, if I'm not mistaken, the Colts do have Carson Wentz over there in Indiana. So that's great for him, being that he's kind of like a mobile quarterback. You give a mobile quarterback a good offensive line with T.Y. still over there. I feel like they have a chance to somewhat compete. Now, the Bills might still overplay them just because of the players they have over there. The Saints are just definitely going to feel that post-Drew Brees thing going on. Now, I don't know whether they might be clicking around week 12, but I feel like the Bills is definitely going to be way more in sync than the Saints are around that time. They win against the Patriots, they lose against the Bucks, Panthers. They win against Patriots. They lose. I got them going 1-1 just because of the division and how Bill Belichick is set up. So he's really not going to allow you to come to him, to his house for one and outplay him. Definitely going to have some type of game plan to kind of take somebody away from you, make you utilize somebody else a little bit more than the other. You know, they have 2 star receivers in Emmanuel Sanders and Stephon Diggs.
Right.
And they went out for the last 2 weeks, so that's 13-4. And I just kind of want to talk about the Bills, man. They actually played a great year last year with 38 sacks, 15 interceptions, which may not seem a lot, but you have teams like the Houston Texans who only had 3 interceptions as a team. For 17 weeks of football. So 15 interceptions for a secondary is definitely great, man. You got teams that it was like a 3-way tie with the Steelers, the Patriots, and some other teams had like 18 interceptions, man. So 15 is definitely good. The Bills definitely have to do better, and rushing yards allowed, they ranked 16th. And like I said, Stephon Diggs, when he came to the Bills, he definitely took the top off the defense. He had over 1,500 yards receiving. And now they have Emmanuel Sanders. And just a reminder that Cole Beasley is over there, and he had almost 1,000 yards himself. So you add that together with Emmanuel's statistics, you're looking at 3 receivers maybe getting over 1,000 yards receiving. With a healthy Josh Allen, who has shown us and proved us that he has an arm on him and he can run the ball. Because when he does decide to be mobile, he's a big running back. So, man, I'm really big on the Bills. I'm excited for them. They definitely proved themselves last year, but I think they even going to go a step higher this year, being that they are adding talent to that offense, man. And with a strong quarterback like Josh Allen, and that's something to see. So next up, Miami Dolphins. Got them going 9-8. I see them winning manageable games with the roster that they have. So all the W's that y'all see up here is against teams who roster kind of match theirs, but I see them, coming out on a few games, coming out on top on a few games. Now the Dolphins was great last year on 3rd down conversions, man. They held teams at 31.3% on 3rd down conversions. So that's under 50%. You can barely get a 3rd down conversions on them, which means a lot because it helps the defense out. So 3rd and short, 3rd and long, you want your defense to go off the field. So if you got, a team, you hold the teams under 50%, man, on converting, you got a good chance of getting your offense back on the field. Right. So they ranked 3rd in scoring allowed, 18.8 points a game, 3rd in the league, had 41 sacks, which is pretty good. Only thing I see them need improvement on is their rush defense. They ranked 19th. Passing defense, they ranked 17th, which isn't bad, but it isn't good either. And all categories on the offense was ranked 15th or higher in all aspects. So rushing yards per game, points per game, all that stuff, 15 or higher, man. So if they improve on that offensive side of the ball and continue to do what they did last year on the defense side of the ball, they might actually prove me wrong in winning 9 games now that I actually think about it. So shall see though, 9-8. New England, I got them going 8-9.
Oh, we got another losing season?
Pretty much. But not 7-9 though. Not 7-9. So they
improved by 1 game.
They improved by a game. We'll take that. Bill Belichick went shopping on during the offseason free agency. But I still don't think it's good enough because technically he opened up the door on the offensive side of the ball because Cam Newton, to be quite frank with you, he didn't have any playmakers on that side of the ball. Right. So he kind of focused on the tight end, wide receiver type of thing. But he didn't touch that defense much. So I think they definitely need to touch that defense a little more. So I don't see them really competing a lot, man. So that goes back to like what I had with the Dolphins winning manageable games. I kind of like them in that same sequence. I think they go on a 3-0 start for the first 3 weeks. Lose against the Bucks, Texans, they lose against the Cowboys. And that's actually hard for me to say. But I got to be honest with you, man. Dallas looks pretty good over there, man. They didn't sign Dak Prescott. They got Zeke still over there. Amari Cooper. D Lamb, if I'm not mistaken. So they got talent over there, and their defense is pretty good too. So I got them losing and losing against the Chargers. They're losing against the Chargers. Panthers, Browns is nothing to play with, especially with OBJ coming back. Defense they had. They didn't add Jadeveon Clowney, who may not be a major piece, but definitely somebody that can.
Jadeveon Clowney. Yeah.
8-9 for the Patriots.
All right.
And then New York. So this was actually hard for me predicting their season, just because I was like, man, these are a lot of L's I had them taking.
For real.
When I see that they might be either overpowered on the defensive side or the offensive side of the ball, and the Jets really didn't do too much during this offseason to really make me feel like they could be a contender this year. So I got them going 3-14. Yeah, man, those are my predictions. So this is how it's gonna play out. Okay. And the Dolphins and the Pats might go to what we kind of talked about last week about that division, at a divisional record.
The fight for second place.
But like I said, man, if the Dolphins can improve on that offensive side of the ball, and with the statistics I just read out about their defense last year, they might be able to win maybe 10 or 11 games. But at this time, for what I see them going 9-8.
Okay.
So, yeah, man, those are my predictions. So definitely something to see.
So by one game.
By one game.
Dolphins. Okay.
By one game.
I like the approach that you took with your predictions. That was amazing. So I kind of sort of took a different approach.
Okay. All right.
So let me get y'all here. All right. AFC East 2021. Way too early predictions. Way too early predictions. Here we go. There we go. All right. So they're playing the NFC South. They're playing the AFC South. Also, other AFC opponents. The Bills got the Steelers, which is the AFC North, basically. Dolphins got the Ravens. Patriots got the Browns. And the Jets got the Bengals. I honestly feel like that Jets-Bengals game is going to be for who gets the number one pick in next year's draft.
Yep, I can see that.
I really see that happening. All right, so we're going to start with the division winner, Buffalo Bills. I believe they made it to the divisional round. No, they made it to the championship game.
Yeah,
Yeah, the championship game.
Against the Chiefs, yep.
Yeah. They went 13-3 last year. That's pretty good.
They made their voice heard.
Man, listen. So, as y'all see on the screen, they had some key acquisitions there, namely Emmanuel Sanders. Now, yes, he's on the wrong side of 30 and everything, but the brother could still make the occasional play. I still see him as like the third or fourth option on that team, though.
I see third. Yep.
Maybe third or fourth.
It's gonna be him. It's gonna be Stephon Diggs, Cole Beasley, and
then him, right?
And I really see them putting him in the slot too.
Yeah, right. They also resigned Matt Milano, Joe Feliciano, Darrell Williams, and Levi Wallace. I chose, even though y'all like who them, I chose them because those are positions that you need to sign or re-sign. That's depth reasons, especially with the guard and right tackle, right?
Right.
So 2021, I have them going 12-5, but they're challenging for the number one seed.
Yeah. Okay.
They're gonna be challenging for the number one seed. I got them going 12-5 because of a longer schedule.
Yeah.
And there's gonna be some teams that they're playing this year that's going to surprise them.
Oh yeah.
Because the Bills are different. See, I forget their record in 2019, but 2020 they wound up losing 3 games because the offense started to click thanks to them getting Stephon Diggs.
Yeah.
But I really feel like 12-5 is reasonable for the Bills. All right, so we can go next to the Miami Dolphins. I like my little transitions there. Those transitions kind of dope to me. All right, key acquisitions. They got Jason McCourty, Will Fuller. I like what they did there. They signed Calvin Munson, Jamal Perry, and Landon Robinson. They went 10-6 last year. That's pretty good for a Dolphins team within the past 20, 25 years. I got them going 11-6 this year. Okay. Because outside of Buffalo, the divisional opponents are beatable.
Pretty much.
The mighty fortress in Foxborough has been destroyed. The Jets, like you said when you was doing your predictions, the Jets are the Jets. So I see them sweeping one of those two. More than likely Jets. And they always play New England well, regardless of who's under center.
But see, here's the thing though. The reason why I had them losing that first week is because they go to Foxborough. So
they've won in Foxborough when the stakes were high.
I understand, but first week, you understand the first week of football is like it's based off of really chemistry and what you already have established.
Yeah, but they do get a preseason this year. Remember that. They do get 3 weeks worth of preseason.
You're absolutely right. Right. But I still don't see no going to Foxborough and beating Bill Belichick and them boys like that. Not like that. Not like that, man. Ain't no way. I don't think the NFL is going to allow that to happen.
It's 2 words I'm going to tell you. That leads me to believe that they're going to give New England a run. Yeah. Ryan Flores, he is the coach of the Dolphins. He was also an assistant. Mm-hmm. He has a pretty good record against Bill Belichick so far. He's done better than Eric Mangini, Romeo Crennel, Josh McDaniels, Matt Patricia. I think did Matt Patricia beat him? I think he did. I think he did. So but Josh McDaniels,
not too many times though.
No. Cause they ain't play that much. They ain't play each other that much. I think it's once every 4 years. Mm-hmm. But Brian Flores has a good record against Belichick. See, he see him twice a year. I think he split with him. You know what I'm saying? But it was one high stakes game they played. I remember watching that game, and I said the Dolphins was going to win. Everybody else was like, nah, New England got this. Like, no, Miami got that. Because I seen historically what Miami can do to New England.
Oh, yeah, that blue mess them up every time. But I don't see them beating them week 1 right off gate.
Okay, but I do see them winning 11 games.
Okay, that's nice.
I got them winning 11. But last, but certainly not least. No, I'm just playing. This is the New England Patriots. I ain't done with them yet. Their 2020 record was 7-9. Key acquisitions y'all see before you: Hunter Henry, Nelson Aguilar, Matt Judon, and Jonnu Smith. So they went, like you said, they went shopping.
Yeah, they went shopping a little bit. They did a little shopping.
They also re-signed James White and Lawrence Guy. Right? I have them returning back to the winning season ways because as we said last week, there is no more 500 seasons.
Wow. Nope.
If it was the old NFL seasons, they'd be going 500. But I got them one game above 500, which is 9-8.
Okay.
I got them going back into the win column. My way too early prediction is though Cam Newton will not finish the season as a starter
due to
poor gameplay.
That's tough. That's tough. I believe even if he does have poor gameplay, I really think they're still gonna let him play out his one season. I don't know.
They got him for the cheap, so I'm like, I don't see him finishing that season. If he balls out, they could reach them 9 wins. I ain't gonna give them no more than 9 wins.
if he balls out, they might be able to get 9 wins. I don't see them going over 9 wins. So.
If he becomes the Cam Newton of 2015,
who rushed for 3,000 yards,
who I highly see happening, I don't see that happening in this lifetime.
He's too banged up to try to do that right now.
Yeah, he's too raggedy right now. Then they'll go to 10 wins. But 9 wins is the most I can give them right now.
And see, Bill Belichick, I don't really think he's going to allow him to really be that mobile quarterback that he once was in Carolina, just because that's not.
He did. He did let him run last year, which was shocking.
That's just because they didn't have anybody else, and he knew that. You know what I'm saying? And even with him rushing, allowing him to rush, he still rushed only like 600 yards. So that's nowhere near the 2015 year when he rushed for almost 3,000 yards. So, you know, and in New England, they really don't believe in mobile quarterbacks like that. You know, they've been stuck with a pocket passer for 20 years.
That's what I'm saying. So, but don't you think that Josh McDaniels is smart enough to play to his strengths?
I mean, yeah, he is. But I don't think it's going to be successful with a quarterback who has had injuries, who, you know what I'm saying, offensive line is being rebuilt to allow him to put his career in jeopardy like that, you know, to a player. I mean, and you know, my opinion about Cam Newton will never change. You know, he's not the same quarterback, and he's kind of overrated.
What's his real name?
Cameron. That's what Bill Belichick calls him. But,
that was funny. Y'all had to been there for that one.
You know, I don't think they're gonna allow him to really jeopardize himself like that because, you know, he's been banged up.
Right.
And, you know, he's definitely going to have to show that he's, you know, if he's going to do it, he's going to have to do both. Mm-hmm. And, you know, to be quite frank, I don't see him being able to do both. You know, he probably will try to force himself to run out of the pocket because Cam Newton threw over, 64% in the since 2015. Put it like that. So. Yeah.
And I don't even think it was that high then. I think it was based off his ability to get out the pocket and haul tail.
Yep. Yeah, and he still plays. But
yeah. Well, other than that, 9-8 for the Patriots.
9-8 is pretty good for them.
Last but certainly not least, the New York Jets. 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 2020 record was 2-14. I'm not even gonna go through the key acquisitions. I mean, hey, that's what they got. Vinny Curry, Sheldon Rankins, Tevin Coleman. They resigned Bennett Jackson, tight end Daniel Brown. I got them improving by 2 games though.
All right, that's nice.
This was a toss-up for me because of my prediction for the Bengals. Mm-hmm. But I really feel like it's crazy how the schedule came out and they wound up playing each other. So I feel like that game, like I said at the top of the broadcast, that we are going to see the battle for the number 1 pick.
Yeah, between the Bengals and the Jets.
Oh yeah,
and maybe the Jags too. Yeah.
I mean, and then the Jets, they didn't really make no noise like that. I mean, even thinking back to the draft, I don't see who they picked. I might need to go back and do my research, but I don't really see anybody of significance. They really said, okay, this is gonna be our franchise XYZ. So I don't know, but I got them winning 4 games. Hopefully, somewhat down the line they click and prove me wrong, and at least win 6. The over is gonna be 6.
Okay.
The under 2.
Oh, under. Okay, 2. So they repeat.
They repeat winning 2, but I'm not locking in to 4-13 right now. I'm not gonna lock it in. I might even change that within the coming weeks if I see what the Jets are doing. Okay. But yeah, as of right now, 4-13. So this how it's gonna set up. Buffalo Bills, they are the division winner by a couple of games. They're gonna be winning the division at 13-4 and possibly challenging for the number 1 seed. Based off what they did last year, they was a pretty good team last year. I can't even take that from them. Miami, they're gonna be a playoff team. They narrowly missed out on the playoffs last year. They will be a playoff team this year.
So you saying the Dolphins are going to be a more playoff team than the Buffalo Bills?
They just in the playoffs.
Oh, okay. So just in the playoffs.
They just in the playoffs. They play wild card weekend because it's going to take you 10. It's going to take you more. The minimum you have to win in the AFC is 10 because everybody's getting better. That's the minimum.
And see, when you have divisions like the AFC North, who has 3 teams win over 10 games, then you kind of get X'd out.
You kind of get exiled.
Really, if that repeats itself, the minimum is 11 games. So
makes sense. Makes sense. So forgive me. The minimum in the AFC is going to be tough, 11 games, and then 2 they got a 7th playoff team. Mm-hmm. So that's why I'm like, okay, if you're gonna win 11 games, I got to put you in the playoffs, right?
Wow, I never thought the Miami Dolphins make it to the doggone playoffs.
They have though.
I mean, they have, yeah, but not like as consistently.
No, not consistently. that was messed up.
I mean, I'm just saying, it's not something I get used to seeing, but
yeah, I mean, yeah, season, it's like that's like a few years ago, Detroit made it to the playoffs. Like I was like, whoa, that's an anomaly.
Yeah,
like the stars align. Yeah, like the usual suspects won't there.
Yeah.
New England, I got them going 3rd in that division with 9-8, and the caboose, at the bottom. I got them going for the catfish. I got them going for 13 bottom feeders.
Wow. I will say this though: be careful on sleeping on the Patriots just a tad.
I am.
And that's only because of the respect level I have for Bill Belichick. Not for Cam Newton, not for anybody else, but that man Bill Belichick knows how to win with or without Tom Brady.
Right. I mean,
I don't know whether he can get back to that Super Bowl team caliber. I don't think he's ever going to return back to the Super Bowl.
Right.
But just be careful because the man is a defensive-minded coach.
Yes, of course.
So
of course.
He's always going to have a plan for these teams that he's facing week by week. So, 9-8 is good because I believe I had him going 9-8 as well.
Mm-hmm. But I think you was 8-9, so we was off by a game.
Yeah.
So I mean, our predictions were close again. Like today's like the first time you've seen what I did. Like I was real secretive about this one.
Yeah,
I was real secretive, but they was close again. Like but I'm gonna echo your point about New England. Like the Jets and the Patriots were like 2 of the hardest ones. Like I sat there at least an hour trying to figure them 2 out.
Yeah,
and I gave them a winning record just because they're the Patriots and they have a winning tradition in that organization.
Yeah, they respect highly.
I
really believe that's why he went shopping so heavy. Bill Belichick is because the standard in New England is to win.
Now their fan base can be a bunch of jerks.
Yeah, they are.
You know what? I usually don't do this, but I'm gonna set it up for them and knock it down. See, a lot of these Patriot fans became fans in 2001.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
A lot of them fans don't remember the 90s when they lost to the Packers in the Super Bowl with the old uniforms on with the slanted numbers and stuff. They don't remember that. They just remember Tom Brady playing against the Rams and stuff.
All the glory years. Yeah.
That's why, if you're a Patriot fan, and if you've been a Patriot fan for like 30, 40 years, I can respect you. So you wear those rings proudly. Wear it proud. But if you became a fan just 20 years ago, have yourself a Coke and a smile and sit down. Like, please. Like, that's my little rant. I'm sorry. I had to. I've been waiting to get that off my chest since Tom Brady left. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so they definitely felt the post Tom Brady.
They felt it bad
last year. So
what made it bad? What made it kind of crazy though was that it was not as bad as we thought.
No, it wasn't as bad.
They still won 7.
Yeah, they still won 7.
They still won 7.
But they would never see. The thing is, they kind of got spoiled going to Super Bowl year in and year out, due to him. So they would never become that anymore. I don't see them going back. I really think they're gonna be on the downfall for a while until they figure out what quarterback they're gonna choose. Are they gonna choose to invest in Cam Newton and continue to give him a cheap 1-year contract? Because the Patriots are known for allowing their players to take pay cuts just so they can bring in the Lombardi Trophy. Mm-hmm. But until they figure out who they gonna put their trust in, whether that rookie quarterback they just drafted, or let Cam Newton play his last year in New England and let him hit free agency, they're not going to be the same. And then they also have to rebuild on that secondary because they just lost Jason McCourty. So yeah, they got a lot of work to do in New England. But like I said, I really respect Bill Belichick. Defensive-minded coach, man, that's seen the game, know the game, sit back, don't really have too much of nothing to say to the media. See him on his note cards writing all the time. So I think he has a plan. He's like the Batman of the NFL.
You took it right out my mouth. Like, he got a contingency plan for everybody. Like, it annoys me to see him writing like, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so he runs to the left. And that bothers me, but I understand the science, though.
The thing about Bill Belichick is he makes in-game adjustments.
Yeah.
So I remember when they had played, I believe it was the Titans, when Ryan Tannehill kept running out the pocket. Man, he let that go for maybe 2 downs, and then the next down they had a spy on him, and they took away the dongle option. So it's it's real entertaining to see how he takes away plays and make you utilize others.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? He's a real smart coach. So just for that simple fact, I think they definitely will win 9 games. They might be over. No such thing as over 500, but I think they can get back to that playoff, not Super Bowl, but
playoff, yeah. And it's just to really piggyback, like, they do have a tradition of winning. I was tongue in cheek about what I said, even though I meant it for some of those Patriot fans that feel like they're the only NFL team on the East Coast. But I'm just saying,
right.
But they do have a winning tradition up there. Like, even though it's like within the past 20 years, that is a dynasty. They did more in 20 years than most teams did in 75, 80 years. One man got 7 rings.
One man.
By himself.
Man. Took the Steelers crown, but we had 6. We was bragging about them 6 for years, and they outplayed us, a franchise.
Not even one man.
One man outplayed a franchise.
Like, because if you break it down, like, Ben only has 2.
Yeah.
Yep. Brady got 7.
7. Which I really don't count the last one that he just won previously because that wasn't with Patriots. But
it's neither here nor there. That's why you love the sport. That's why you love the sport, because the drama unfolds. Like, us guys, we watch football and we say, oh, we going for our favorite team, but nah, you looking for that drama too, man. Don't. Hey, we all do. Right. That's the nature of the game. Well, so we're going to sign off, man. And next podcast episode, TV show, podcast, stream, doggone cable, network news, all that type of stuff. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to talk about the NFC East.
Oh, Cowboys, Giants,
the
Redskins, Washington football team, excuse me.
Oh, hey, we got sponsors.
And Eagles. Man,
yeah.
So y'all definitely like, comment, and subscribe, man.
Please
talk to us. Tell us whether you agree, disagree with our predictions.
Of course.
Critique the podcast if you would like, and we take heed to all those things.
Oh yeah.
Man, it's been enjoyable today.
It's been enjoyable, man. And like you said, like, share, subscribe, all that. And we all about getting better.
Right.
With what we do. We all about investing in our craft and doing what we do. And I'm having a ball doing this.
Yeah, man.
I'm having a ball doing this. So until next time. This has been Back Porch Sports Podcast, TV show, news channel, all that good stuff. All that mess. Because you know that's what we do. I was just like, hey, yo, this Fonz, man.
And this Quan.
And we up out of here, bro.
We out of here.